one. Hello, and welcome to Al Recap, a talk show focusing on the Overwatch League. I am BlazzinBob, and today I'm joined by Mel. How are you doing, Mel?
I'm doing fantastic. How are you?
What is happening?
Uh, you got the
What is happening?
you gotta
Oh,
you
the
gotta
Twitch stream's
mute the
on.
stream. I've done that before too.
What is that? Oh, my computer's freaking out.
Too much. Too much.
Too much BlazzinBob. Too much
No, the
BlazzinBob.
stream was muted. It's something else. I think it might actually be the voice recorder thing.
Zencaster?
Oh, what's happening, guys?
Experiencing technical difficulties.
Oh,
God, did we fix it?
God, are you there?
No.
Experiencing technical difficulties.
Oh my gosh.
It's coming later though, so it's gotta be Twitch open up somewhere. Because it's on a slight delay.
Is it on your browser, maybe?
I don't know.
It's okay. We'll figure it out.
Twitch is completely closed everywhere. Yo, guys, I fucking found it.
All right. Well, had a little
Never a dull
technical
moment,
difficulty at the
swear.
start of the show, but that's okay. I'm just going to start back over. I am BlazzinBob, and today I'm joined by Mel. How are you doing, Mel?
I am doing fantastic.
Awesome. And tonight we have two special guests. Welcome Mama Rosa and Lorena Acevedo from Esports
Hi.
Makeup. How are you two
Sorry
doing
for that
tonight?
interesting start, guys.
Well, the audio.
Oh, Captain, my Captain, how could you do this to me?
I have to keep it interesting, guys. I have to keep you on your toes.
Yeah, well, the audio listeners won't even know it happened. It's like magic.
Oh,
But it
boy.
was pretty
God.
good. It was pretty good. I'd like to start off the show by, as always, I'd like to thank our recap producers, Shazir, and all of the Patreons as you make this possible. Tonight, we're going to be starting with an interview with the two lovely ladies from Esports Makeup. We're going to follow up with a little bit of news, and we're going to talk about the announced home games. Now, hopefully, Mama Rosa and Lorena can stay with us the entire episode, but they might have to dip out a little early. So we're starting with the interview. So let's get right into it.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. So why don't you guys give us a quick overview of what you do, and either of you feel free to start.
I guess I'll start it. So Lorena and I are business partners, and we've worked together for about 9 years now. 6 of those years being makeup artist and hairstylist in esports. Our entire job is to make sure that everyone that you see that's going to be in front of the camera looks camera ready. Casters, analysts, players, coaches, translators, interviewers, you name it, they see us first. Especially all the paid actors in our studio. All of them go through
Every single one.
Awesome. So what got you into esports makeup specifically?
Do you want to?
Have you guys always done it together, or did you start out separately?
Well, Rosa started off separately first.
Yeah. So I think esports wasn't an industry that I ever foresaw being a part of at all. Was I a fan? Yes. I was watching like Halo 3 on Attack of the Show and G4
Attack
like
of
back in
the
day when that
Show. Oh my
existed.
God, that was
Yo,
my
going back.
favorite show. Oh, Olivia Munn. I still have a
I was
crush.
before I was even allowed to be there. Like I wasn't. It was industry only. My sister-in-law's cousin worked at the convention center. I got snuck in, and I remember standing at Attack of the Show and just like staring at their booth, and I could see the makeup artist. I'm like staring at them like, I want your job. How do I take over this job? And that's what I thought working in gaming meant for me, was getting a show like Attack of the Show or working for G4 or finding a way through that route through cable, right? I never actually thought, no, I am going to become I put that in quotes because that still feels awkward when people say it, the esports makeup artist. And 2013, an actor reached out to me and was like, hey, they're asking me for referrals. I think you'd be perfect for this job. I was like, yo, Eric, thank you so much. That means the world to me. Anytime someone refers us for work, we appreciate you till the ends of the earth. Even if the show ends up being like really crummy, we don't care. You thought of us to refer us, and that means the world.
Definitely,
Right?
definitely.
That's cool.
And then that show was BlizzCon 2013.
Oh,
crap.
snap. Wow.
I went straight to the Super Bowl, right? No playoffs, no semi, nope, just straight to the Super Bowl. And I worked StarCraft, World of Warcraft, and the Hearthstone Invitational stages by myself. Conan O'Brien came on and did the Clueless Gamer with my WoW boys.
Oh,
Terrified
wow.
me because makeup wasn't normal then in esports. So my boys didn't even bother going through makeup. They thought it was optional.
Oh, God.
I'm like screaming at them going, what did you think you were doing? Makeup, makeup, makeup. Now this is going to have to do. Do you see how Coney looks perfect? Do you see how he looks perfect?
Yep, I'm pretty sure I could
Words.
have used
Natural
you.
beauty. Natural beauty.
I could have
Yeah,
used you
and-
before the show, I'm sure.
Yeah. And it just kind of took off from there. The next year, we I called Blizzard again and was like, yo, want to call me back and want to bring me back because I'd love to come back. And they're like, yes, here. This production company is handling all the hiring. We're gonna send you guys each other's information. And it turned out to be ESL Cologne office, which all of them are now really good friends of both of ours, and we've worked several shows with them. And it just kind of started there, where they started calling us for shows. They had an office in NA, and we just kind of kept going. And 2014 BlizzCon's when Lorena joined.
Nice.
Nice. And you said you called Blizzard. Can I have that number so I could call them about a job?
I signed a strict NDA, and I cannot give that information.
Oh,
You
yeah.
sign those like candy, don't you?
Remind me to tell that story at the end of the interview. But right now, this is about you. This is about you.
Oh,
So,
gosh. So
uh,
Lorena started with you in 2014. So tell us about that. Tell us how you got started there.
2014, let me tell you.
back in the day,
Back in the day when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore.
I feel you. I
No,
feel you.
Rosa literally was like, here's the stage. And I'm like, what am I supposed to do? She's like, here's the stage. That's what they did to me. And I'm like, but what? I didn't know who to go to. I didn't know who I was supposed to be doing makeup on. I didn't know what I was doing. And she's like, oh, by the way, you're doing Hearthstone, WoW, and Heroes of the Storm. And I said, what? I was like, can you
It's like, you better get a
and
pick
she's
up on
like,
your step
"You're
here.
doing StarCraft." Yeah. my
trial
little
by
stage.
fire.
Hi,
And
I'm
you're
joined with
still
Lily
business
and Lorena.
partners.
Bye.
And I was like, 3 stages? Me by myself?
To be fair, 2 of the 3 were shared stage.
Oh, totally understandable. Now that you put it like that, I mean,
Right? So it's so much easier. God.
I was like, who do I go to talk to do makeup? She's like, figure it out. I had to.
Oh,
just find people that look like they need makeup and slap it on them.
You're good.
just
I
grab
was
them.
like, okay.
Well, the way I saw it was, we had already worked together for years prior to that. So for me, I'm like, you got this. No, you're fine. You got
Yeah.
this.
You figure it out.
Sink or swim.
I swam.
She swam.
And she swam. Like freaking Michael Phelps just took off. And I was like, all right, cool.
Yeah, well, one thing
That's
I
why
could
you're my
say,
business partner.
yeah, one thing I can say
Moving
about the
on.
two of you is you are very assertive, and you definitely let people know what you want, when you want, and how you want it.
This is true.
And I love it about you. I love it.
Someone, one of my talent once told me, if Mama Rose ain't happy, ain't nobody happy.
I
And
feel
always
like that's a
thought-
very true statement.
I always thought it was weird because he would deliver a Coke to me at the start of every show. And I love Coca-Cola. Like that's my poison. That's my weakness. You know, I need Coca-Cola to survive on set.
This is true.
I
guys.
wake up every morning, I have my coffee, I have my vape, and then 2 hours later I need my can of Coke. And then every morning
Understandable.
I would come into work and there's a can of Coke on my station. I'm like, who is this magical Coca-Cola fairy that just keeps delivering these cans to me? And then I found out that it was multiple people on production and talent that would go and drop off the Coke cans.
They
That's
had
amazing.
their
love you guys.
shift. They had their shift. Today's your day for Mama Rosa's Coke.
Oh my gosh. That's
So-
hilarious.
So did you guys both play games growing up, or was that just you, Mama Rosa? Or...
I'll let you start that one.
Well, I love Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat.
Yes, anything that and I can do to fight with someone, I'm down. In the real world,
And
I'm
I'm the
Virtually
assertive
fight.
one.
Yes, I do know the real world one. I do know that. I got in trouble, but that's another story we could maybe tell. So you guys play Overwatch because I saw you tweeting out about it the other night.
Oh yeah, Overwatch really. So I wake up every morning, I have a cup of coffee, and the sun is out. It's California winter, so we got great weather. My cat's being super lovey-dovey, and then I go and screw that all up by playing ranked solo queue.
Oh, solo queue. But
Yeah,
you don't. I mean,
that'll
you've
screw
got
anything up.
you've got access to all these players. I'm sure they would jump on a duo with you.
I
Be
know-
like,
I know.
"You're sure for? Can you duo today? Cool."
I should reach out to my sons and be like, let's go and quick play. Mom's old. You're still young. Let's see your reflexes at work.
Yeah, well, one of your sons AKM, so one of your Overwatch League sons. So
I do have a good son, yeah.
AKM would be a great duo partner.
yes.
I think any of them would be great duo partners, to be
think,
honest.
I would go as far as saying like, hey, analyst in the back that's not actually a pro player, you'd be a great partner. Somebody, damn it, carry me.
Give me
I don't know. I've watched
Brenji.
the
I need
analysts
Brenji.
play. I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
know if you want them.
No, I know better than to play with the talent. No,
No, thank you.
I'm not trying to get freaking gate guarded by freaking Sideshow for like 7 games in a row.
Oh, Sideshow.
Oh.
Logan's just too happy all the time. I wouldn't be able to take it. I'd be like, no, you're too positive. I hate this.
Well, then
This is a
just
negative
play.
experience.
Yeah,
That's
just
how we need to keep it.
just play with Hex, and you'll definitely
Oh,
get
God,
the
no,
toxic.
we would both be so angry that we would last like half a game. We'd probably rage quit because of the other person. No, that's a bad idea.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Well, tell us about getting the actual Overwatch League gig and how you actually became the Overwatch League makeup artist.
Um,
Ooh.
so this one goes back to 2016
Yeah.
BlizzCon.
Yes.
Yeah. Do
Yeah.
you want to tell that story?
Well, I wasn't in that one. Wait.
You weren't at 2017.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
This would have been the one they
Ireland
announced it on, right?
Yeah, 2016 is when they announced it.
We were at StarCraft, Rose and I, and
Sorry, I'm
Rosa
gonna-
was literally. She looks up at the screen and she's like, "You see that? You see that show?" And I go, "Yeah." She's like, "We're gonna be on that. I don't know how. I don't know what we're gonna do. I'm gonna find a way to do this.
I'm a very determined.
We are gonna take over that show." And I was like, she's like, "No, we are."
Don't hesitate.
I'm like, okay.
And I was like,
yeah."
okay, we look really cute in this StarCraft lighting. Can we take a selfie now?
And then after the selfie, she's like, "But for reals, I mean it." I was like, okay.
It's like, we're still not joking.
That is
Yeah.
our show. That
And-
is gonna be our show. I was like, okay. Yeah.
And come 2017, we worked the World Cup Santa Monica stop, and it was like seeing all my kids all over again. Very very few people in the Overwatch talent lineup were actually new to me. Like who's new to us? We have Bren, Josh,
Yeah,
they're
Brian,
new.
Josh, Hex.
Hex, Mitch kinda,
Yeah, we didn't.
kinda.
I never.
We never worked with him, but like we
I
knew
heard
who
of him.
we knew who
Yeah.
he was, and
You guys were
Him and
big
Steve.
fans
We met in
of World
2016.
of Tanks because that was where he was,
But we
wasn't
never
it?
worked World of Tanks, but we met both. We both met each other while very drunk at a Twitch party, going, "I know you. No, you know me. Wait, why do you know me? Who are you? Wait, I don't know you, Matt." And then we looked at Mr. X like, "Who is this guy?" He's like, "Hey, yo, that's Mitch." And we're like, "Cool."
You
Turns out he was, he's been a caster for so long that he had heard my name through multiple people. Pansy, which is a really good mutual friend of all of ours, was the one that brought it up to him. So he's like, "Hey, if you're ever in America, make sure your makeup's getting done by Mama Rosa or Lorena." So he was like, "Oh, I know you, fam." We're like,
Yeah,
"Okay, tall Australian man, get out of here."
that was true. I was like,
Well,
who is this guy?
But
you know how
yeah,
I met
some of
Uber?
them are new to us. So when working World Cup, I'm talking to Monty, whom I've known for 5 years, and he's like, "Hey, so you're gonna work Overwatch League?" And I'm like, "Look, Monty, I want it. If you guys will have me there, I'll be there without question, without doubt. Once the contract comes in, I'll believe you." He's like, "All right, cool." And then throughout the year, he just kept talking about the Overwatch League to me. And I'm looking at him like, "Monty, I already told you." He goes, "You're working it, just without a doubt." And I'm like, "Oh, okay, if Monte Cristo says so."
Right.
And then BlizzCon comes and goes, and I'm like, "Oh, Overwatch League is right around the corner. We don't have a contract. I don't know what to do." And then I get the call while I'm at a Jersey Mike's. And I like freak out and start crying.
Into your
I get the email and I'm
sandwich.
like, reply, email, "Yes, I want it. Give me the job. It's mine." And I call Lorena and I go, "The second that they give me like an assistant, Lorena, you're with me. We're gonna take this show over. This is that." Lorena's like, "Oh my god, I'm so proud of you." And we're both like, like emotional. And I'm like, "All right, cool. I gotta go. My sandwich is ready." So I
Priorities.
grab my sandwich, and as I'm walking out, I get the email that says, "By the way, seeing how you're the Blizzard requested artist, we'd like to know who you want to work with."
Nice.
Girl, remember when I told you I could bring you on? I got you. You're working Overwatch.
And then she started crying.
I did.
And then she started crying. And she's like, "Really? Really? Okay, go eat your sandwich. I'm gonna go eat my sandwich."
Oh man,
And
that's awesome.
then we started working Overwatch League.
There you go.
It's been an adventure for sure.
You guys
Definitely
made
has. It's been super cool. One of the things that I wanted to know about is after meeting you two, I got a strong sense that doing makeup and hair was not the full extent of the job duties that you choose to take on. I feel like you're probably moral support, maybe a coach, like a lot of things to these different players and coaches. Would that be correct?
Do you want to take that one over?
I feel like we're mothers.
Moms.
Like we're their best friends. We're the shoulders to cry on. We're their therapists. Where people come into our makeup room, and Rosa loves to describe this.
Like for me,
Yeah.
it's always been the makeup room in esports. If we're on a film set, if it's a photo shoot, I don't care. My makeup room is a happy place, and what happens in the makeup room stays in the makeup room. AKA the makeup room is Vegas.
Nice.
So
Mini
if you want to go
Vegas.
to Vegas and you want to sit in a chair and tell the person next to you your deepest, darkest secrets, you know that when you walk out, none of that's going to go with you. It's going to stay there, and it's not going to be shared, because the one time that it was said was enough. And it's also the first place that the talent generally see. We're the first people they see, and we're the last people they see at the day. Makeup on, makeup off. All right, we move on. And because right after us, they normally go straight to the stage.
Right.
It needs to be a happy place. We have the music bumping. We're the ones that have we're watching the show at the same time. It's the place where not only talent and players will come and casually hang out, but we get like the stage managers, we get some of the crew, that come in because maybe there's a movie in the corner on the laptop while the show's going. Maybe you'll see me raging over Cuphead or something else. There's always something going on in the makeup room, and as long as it's happy, as long as it's positive, like it attracts people. People want to come hang out in there. And then we dim the lights, so it's like kind of nice and hazy. It's kind of a little dark, which is a little different from the rest of the arena, and it's quiet, kind of.
Yeah.
And you
Where
guys are
people
really cool to
dancing.
hang
I
out
mean,
with.
ish.
So
Yeah. So
Yeah,
I
it sounds
think
very
it's
therapeutic.
yeah, it's therapeutic in the sense of that you have these two people that you can go to and you can say whatever is on your mind and they'll absorb it and that's it. That's where it's done. It's like when you go get a haircut. Next thing you know, you're telling your hairstylist about your deepest, darkest from like there's a rash on my big toe
That is
like,
weird, isn't it? Yeah, I do
yeah,
that actually. Now that I'm thinking about it.
it's this weird sense of like calm. So because you're calm and you're zen and you're zoned out, all of a sudden you're like, why do you know that I had a dog when I was 3 years old whose name was like Gwen? And like Gwen bit my toe, and that's actually where the rash comes from. Like, I don't know what my obsession with rash and big toe is right now.
apparently that
it's
happens a lot,
weird.
guys.
I
Oh my
would show you my
gosh.
toes, but they're in shoes. I promise you, there's no rash on my big toe. I don't know. That's my position on it. What do you think?
No, yeah, I agree. That's what I said. We're like mothers. Like, come
Yeah.
here, children. We
Like,
will,
oh, come here, babe.
yeah, I will take care of you.
Oh man.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I wish I had you guys here locally with me all the time too.
Just like, all right, it's okay, Bob. Pat on the
Great,
back.
Bob.
Nobody likes your
Mel's not
podcast.
really
It's
the
all
motherly
right.
type.
No, Mel's
Oh.
like the get your butt in gear type.
Oh no! Don't get me wrong. We're definitely that. type too.
I'll listen to your problems and then I'll tell you to get your stuff together.
Yeah.
Pull it
It's like,
together.
oh man, that really sucks. So why are you just sitting here crying about it? Why aren't we proactive?
Come on.
Let's move.
Fair
Oh.
enough. Well, give us like an overview, like just a simple overview of the day from start to end, a game day.
Wow.
Alley-oop.
The day start to end. I feel like what do? We come in with our coffee in our hands. And
Good
we
call.
start cleaning up everything. We sanitize everything. And then we get our schedules. They come in, the production crew drops off our paperwork, and they're like, these are the people who are going to start first. And we look at the pictures and we're like, all right, these are the people you get to make up first. Copy. And then they start trickling in one by one.
Well, we normally have a department meeting
yeah.
before that.
We have a
We'll-
powwow.
We'll have like a group powwow with myself, Lorena, and whoever our third is, and just like really go down the hey. So and so is up today. All right, so and so was drinking last night. So and so hasn't been sleeping. So and so has a migraine. So and so hasn't been feeling well. We kind of just like do a quick overview of the week so far or the beginning of the week going, all right, we don't know anything that's up yet, so it's going to be a surprise. Let's go. And then
Be
they
ready
start
for everything.
sprinkling in, yeah.
And then we're like, where is so and so? Why are they always late? They're always late. And then we're looking at the time. And then the music is like, then Rose is like, why isn't my music on? And it always happens. Why isn't my music on? Right when we start doing makeup, we're like, oh yeah, the music. We forgot that. And then
I get really upset if music isn't on and I'm working.
and then like Bren or Puckett's like, can we change the music? And
I
we're
was
like,
gonna ask that. Do you have different playlists for different talent and
Yes.
teams?
Well,
Yeah.
it's called the Makeup Room. Is a giant playlist, and then they just go and add songs that they want.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
But I will always start the playlist at the exact same spot that I want to start it at every single day.
And you maintain veto power, right? Like
Yeah, I mean, obviously,
there's certain songs that no.
And then there's when was it? There's a day where I came in and I was listening to like I don't know, like my hood was showing. I'm from South Central, like hood just came out, my roots were showing, and like I had like gangster rap on. Everyone's like, "Oh, Rose is in a mood." I'm like, "No, guys, I'm good. Like today's a great day. Ice Cube's on. Like let's go." And they're like, "Guys, you're angry." And I'm like, I'm fine. You're making me angry.
Terrified to go get my makeup done today.
But yeah, so then music's always on, and
Yeah.
Puckett and Brenner are else. And
Always.
August.
Oh, in August.
And
too.
August.
They always want to change it. And we're like, because we know what kind of music they want. And they kind of like,
It depends on the day. We're like, yeah, all right.
The only thing I never hesitate or get mad at is Malik.
Oh yeah, because Malik fire.
He always
every
has
time.
the best playlist ever. We're like, go ahead, Malik, take over, please.
Show us your ways.
Yes. And then we just get them done. We get them done, and
a lot of shenanigans happen.
Oh, a lot of shenanigans.
A lot of shenanigans happen during that time. Because these are like the 2 hours prior to the show, right? So everyone's like, it's the morning. We're all amped up. We're all hyper. There's a few days where, everything's a little bit more quiet. Those are the Johnny Cash days. That's when he comes on with quickness.
I fell into... Sorry.
Yeah.
Get me started.
And then the show starts.
Yeah, the show starts. But they always wait. They're like, so if Josh and Bren aren't the first ones, they'll sit there all day in our room. But if like Reinforced and Crumbs are doing it, they're like, all right, thank you, bye, and they're out. They're like, peace out. But Josh and Bren like to hang out and talk and gossip, or like just make jokes about each other. And like Puckett likes to instigate. And I'm just like, this is
Puckett also likes to bring us coffee.
Oh yeah.
So he can stay.
Puckett wins.
Puckett wins.
Puckett brings us food and coffee. Zoe makes us food.
Yes.
And pastries.
Wow. And then we tell them why to the other talent. We're like, why haven't you guys brought us something?
You're like, do you realize we can be bribed?
Yeah.
I can make your makeup better.
The team's that too. You realize you can buy our affection.
Yeah. See, some of them did it right.
What's funny is that I actually have 7 of the 12 teams like hats directly from the players. Like it's not like I went to go buy this. This one was given to me by Tasmo.
Yeah.
My Mayhem one was given to me by
the Mayhem.
Yeah, yours was Zebosai. Mine was Zappis.
Yeah.
Ruckus gave me his jersey.
His actual jersey.
Yeah, that was his.
He's obviously the
Ruckus,
best.
Matt and Jake all gave us hats. Like our players take care of us and we take care of them. It's a symbiotic relationship.
Right. Do you guys have like specific players that you do? Or do you switch off?
They only sit in certain chairs.
Oh no, they're spoiled. Like you have no idea. Zebosai would not. I can't touch him. I literally could not touch him. I wasn't allowed.
Oh my
god! Like he'd come in, I'd be like, "Would you like to sit?" And he'd look at me like, "No." I'm like, "Oh yeah, I'm sorry, I forgot." And I didn't really forget. I just like to get that look from him. Like,
it's like, "Don't make me do it, Mama Rosa. Don't make me do it."
I know he gets scared. He would be like, because Rosa would be like, my chair is ready, and he'll be like,
He had like the combination of fear of I don't want to disrespect you, but I have my chair. You're really gonna make me do this?
Even the talent, like
yeah,
would get off the chair right away. Like all the talent would get off the chair. They'd be like, "Oh, Zebosai, okay, bye."
That's hilarious.
Like, what? You guys are talent.
Brett was like, "No, my boy's gotta get done," and he'd like get up and go sit somewhere. And I'm like, "Oh wow." And Lorena would look at me like, "Is this okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's if they're okay with it, yeah, get Zebosai. That's fine." Zappis would he would cheat on me every once in a while, but he was normally mine.
Ruckus. Even at BlizzCon, Ruckus only sits in Rosa's chair, and even in BlizzCon, when Rosa was at StarCraft, he was like, "Lorena," because I was at Overwatch. He's like, "I'm gonna run to StarCraft because only Mama Rosa touches my hair and makeup." I was like,
"Oh wow."
So how long does it take you to do Ruckus's hair?
How long it realistically takes me, or how long do I make it? Because there are 2 different answers there. There's a realistically, I can get this done in 5 minutes. And then there's I'm pampering my son, which turns into 15 minutes. And oh God, heaven forbid it's Ruckus and Colmat, because Colmat's her son.
Yeah.
Like he sits in her chair and will exclusively, the 2 of them will let the rest of the team go through. Takes in and out, done. Yeah. Daddy, no, not Daddy, Muma. Sorry, we call him Daddy. In and out. No problem. Everybody else. And then here come the two divas of our.
That's why Jake would run into one of our seats and go, "Oh, I need to sit here before
Oh,
Ruckus or our cool comes in." And we're like, "Oh, but it's okay." And he's like, "No, no, let's do this because they'll take like 50 minutes."
He got so mad. And then there's a day where there was once where he was in her chair and once where he was in my chair when this happened. But here comes Shane and Matt, and they both just go. And Jake's like, dude, come on, I'm almost done. And then Matt was like, you know that's my chair.
Literally.
And then it's like over the chair. Jake's like, and Lorna's like, Matt, I'll get to you in a second. Let me just finish. She's like, no, it's okay. It's fine. It's not your fault. It's okay. I'm not angry with you. Come on, bro.
That's hilarious.
And then Lorna's like, finish. Jake, you're good. And then Jake just books it. He's like, I'm out of here.
It's like, okay, peace. Oh my gosh. So do any of them hate it?
I know. They always sit like kings in the chairs. They're just like
you're feeding them grapes at the same time.
Yeah.
Like, do any of them hate it or any of them weird about it? Like
banana leaves.
Right?
I love them. Like they are just all of my players across the board are just such great people to work with. They're so much fun. You know, we're normally in there like, how are the girlfriends? How are our daughter-in-laws? And they go, oh, mom, she's good. You know, it's just like a happy moment. I'm like, yeah, you know, all right, I'm rooting for you guys. Don't. See, little do they know that we're saying that to both teams that come in. But we are. It's like, for me, it's watching the teams like go up against each other. Like, you know, there's a competitive side where I'm like, yeah, you know, I'm in Angelino, born and raised. So I'm always like, yeah, Valiant Gladiators. Oh, but no, Ruckus is sitting right there. So maybe not this one.
They can afford to lose one.
Join rivaled gangs. And I'm really happy when they shoot and kill each other, but I'm not. Like, yay, one son survived.
Oh.
It's a really conflicting emotion.
Oh my god.
I don't know.
I mean, a lot of them were pretty young, right? Like, so were any of them really weirded out by the fact that you were going to put makeup on them?
Yes, 100%.
Right? Like, I feel like that would be weird for a lot of, especially male players, right? Who this isn't something typical that they did unless they were.
You want to do what?
I don't know. Do you want to handle that one?
Their response at first was they did this when we come to the makeup chair. Is there like a pencil or something?
I don't know. Isn't there a makeup brush somewhere around here?
It was
a Q-tip.
This is how they would go squirt your face. With their face all the time.
Oh, and I always love because tap me because it'd go. Oh.
They're like, what are you trying to do to me? What are you trying to do to me?
What did you think was gonna happen when I poked you with a super soft makeup brush? How did you think this was gonna burn?
I know. And sometimes I'd be like this, and then they'll have relaxed. I'm like, ouch, right? It hurts.
It's really rough,
my favorite
isn't
line
it?
is always like when I'm working with new players, like, are you ready for the most excruciating pain you're ever gonna go through?
Oh god.
What? Huh? Close your eyes. Hey, soft brush. Oh, yeah, it's just makeup, man. It's not gonna hurt. What did you think was gonna happen?
Oh my god, that's so funny.
Not only that, but it's not like they get a lot of makeup.
No.
So the players, unless they're going through like media stuff, photos, interviews, anything that is pre-recorded or happens before the show, they get full face makeup, concealer, foundation, powder, full hairstyling, everything. If it's game day, it's concealer powder because I don't want them up there playing. And then, you know, it's a really intense point in the you have 60 seconds. This is your last push. You're sweating. Here comes a bead of sweat. And it has foundation and powder and other crap mixed in with it. And then it hits you in the eye. Now you're playing like this. I don't want to be the reason why you didn't cap something. That's not gonna
that would be
you're not gonna blame that on me. You're gonna blame that on their skills and your skills. Don't bring me into this.
Right. I will not be the reason you
we
lose.
keep makeup bare minimum for show days and for their game days. If it's an interview, if it's a photo shoot, yeah, no.
Get
Slather
it
it
all.
on.
That's awesome.
So,
Are you
you've
wearing
kind
shoes
of,
currently? No, I'm not.
yeah, none of us are.
I'm not
Um,
either.
So okay, so you've kind of given us a couple funny stories about casters and analysts and players. Do you have any other ones you might want to share?
Oh God, I'm filled with them, but I don't know how many I can actually share.
Yeah, don't get anybody in trouble. Don't
Okay,
you know,
I will
don't
keep
tell
this
anybody
as
about
anonymous
alcohol or
as possible.
anything.
I actually did prep this specific story.
Awesome.
It was a holiday party, and we just learned, and we just met and got used to some of our players, right? And one of my players is drunk, and I look at this player and I go, "Hey, how old are you? Like, are you supposed to be here? Like, dude, don't trip. I'm not gonna tell anyone. I just need to know so that you get home safely and like, you're taken care of. I'm not gonna be your narc. Don't worry." And the player looks at me and goes, "Nah, I'm X years old." And I'm like, "Oh, whatever, okay." And as I'm about to move away, this player then grabs my arms, and I'm like covered in tattoos, as you both know. He goes, "Your tattoos are so beautiful."
Oh God.
And I'm looking
I'm
at this player going, "Oh, you're that drunk.
uh
Cool. Yeah,
yeah.
lots of colors, huh?
Was that at Guildhall?
What if I move him really fast?
I was like, cool. And another player comes and looks at what's happening. I'm just like, your teammate's drunk. I thought your teammate was underage. Your teammate's still a little young."
You should probably stop caressing my arm. I'm just saying, but
But it was just like it was like from a place of like love and respect. It wasn't like creepy. It was just like
right.
how did I not notice this before? You're cool. And I'm like, thanks.
I'm
And I
pretty
kept
sure
on
I
this
know
player
who
for
this
so long.
player is. Pretty
I
sure
know.
I met
That's
him in
my
the
brain.
same situation. um,
He who shall
but
not be named.
oh yeah,
Do you have a
there's
funny story, Lorena?
I, I have so many.
Yeah, I know, right? It's
I think that I didn't prepare for this one, but I feel like I would slip and say their names.
There you go. There you go.
So
yeah, that's what
I-
everybody's waiting.
I signed a contract.
She signed an NDA. That's what she can.
Oh.
Well, what if you think of one in your head you could introduce later?
I just know that I personally invited a lot of people to my birthday, and I may have done something and said something to a player, and the player just laughed at me, and then
You didn't do anything.
no, I didn't do anything, but I was really like,
No. Okay, no. There's a player that shows up. I know this story. I'll tell this story for your sake because you were drunk that night. So out of celebration for Lorena's birthday, it was in April, so mid Overwatch League season 1, and I tell everyone, hey, we're going to this bar in downtown Lake called La Cita. There's dancing, there's not dancing, there's a outdoor patio. If you're a smoker, vapor, you want to hang out out there. If you're a dancer, go have fun with Lorena, like on the floor. I'm gonna be that moping, brooding vampire in the back smoking. Like, let's do this. So we all show up. Some of the players end up showing up as well talent. And Lorena, like we all at this point have gotten her bye.
I mean, it's your
Almost
birthday.
she was like on the verge of your tattoos. That's gonna be my next like medium. Are you at a 0 to this player's name? And some guy tries like hitting on Lorena, and he's like being aggressive about it. And the player is like next to her, and she's like, "I'm with him," and then like grabs him, and then he kind of like puffs up and like grabs her and goes, "Yeah, she's with me." And then she was like, "Thanks, babe," kisses him on the cheek. And like this player's always been like that. He's super protective, super loving. Like God, I adore him. But that's what it was.
Yeah, I kind of like
because
embarrassed it a little
the
bit.
next day everybody just told you, oh yeah, you kissed him on the cheek, and you're like, what? No.
Ah,
They let you live in that one. That's not what
Yeah.
happened.
So when he came in the room, everybody was just watching me, going, "Ooh, what's Lorena gonna do now?"
Yeah.
And I was
Oh
like,
my gosh. Do his makeup.
"Get out my chair! Get out my chair!"
Poor thing, he was just like, but I thought I was helping you.
I thought that's what we were doing there.
Oh, well,
It was fun times.
Yeah.
Mel, we have a couple questions from Discord if you want to take those real quick.
Yeah, so let's see. Silver Loki asked, what was the biggest struggle getting players ready for the stage?
Time.
Yes, time.
We have an assistant that was designated to player makeup. I normally focused on Zoe, and once I was done with, I would. Lorena was focused on the boys. When she was done with them, she would move into players. And some teams would only send in their actual playing roster up, and that's who went through makeup. Some teams were like misdirection and send all and we're like, guys, this is a waste on our makeup too and our time. Please
Right.
stop doing this. Never stopped. But it was, having to get that many people through hair and makeup. You have a
Mhm.
female that's automatically going to take an hour and a half minimum.
Wow.
You have how many boys?
8,
Good. 8,
but we would have like 3,
8,
5.
9. No,
Yeah,
9.
9.
9. If we had our Korean and our Chinese correspondents, then we had 2 more women we had to worry about makeup,
Oh, wow.
and then add up all the players.
Okay.
Time.
Time is
That's
an
the biggest
issue.
struggle. If
Wow,
you mean
yeah.
emotionally, it's at the beginning. It was just getting them used to makeup.
Hmm.
After stage 1, they were like running to our makeup room. It wasn't a problem.
They're like, okay.
Yeah.
This makes me look good. Oh, man. Okay. Then we had one from Thermogenic who said, which team do you like working with the most?
I'm not biased at all. I'm not biased at all. I love all of my teams equally.
I do too.
Yes.
You know what? I'm not gonna lie. I wouldn't say that I'm biased towards a team. It just so happens that three of these teams happen to have the people that we're the closest to, and the people that have opened up the most. And
Right.
then there's like 1 or 2 players from every other team
Yeah.
that like we're super attached to and super in love with. Outlaws just happens to have the highest
woo!
number of players, and Fuel. It's both Texan teams. Like if
Burn
Mickey
blue,
is in the
baby.
makeup room, nobody else exists but Mickey.
Yeah.
Oh,
Our
I
sole
love
attention is
Mickey.
on Mickey.
I don't even
And
like Dallas
then
Fuel, and I
Mickey
love
and
Mickey.
Mom. And I'm like, but Mickey's doing something funny, son. Mickey's always doing something funny. And he like sits in the chair, and I'm like, all right, well,
True.
there.
That's
Let's
hilarious.
watch Mickey now. Taimo is your son
Yeah,
from
Taimo
Fuel.
is my son.
He actually comes in and every day will come in and be like, "Hi, Mom. Hello, Auntie," to me, and then go and sit in her chair. The most precious thing in the world. We can see him at the bar. Hey, Mom. Hello, Auntie. Hi,
Oh,
nephew.
hi,
And then
nephew.
he's smart too. He knows to hug Mom first and then me.
See, there you
That
go.
one plays a game. Who else? I've like all the boys from Mayhem. I feel like are just like one. Like
Yeah, they're
all
all
the
one.
season 1 Mayhem are just like one giant ball of like insanity and fun. I love them so
Yeah.
much.
Were you guys as disappointed as I was when they stopped doing the walkouts?
Yeah.
Well, no,
but-
yes, but no. See,
Mm,
I understand why.
Yeah.
I understand why.
I'm sure there was a reason behind it, but it was disappointing for me not to see them.
They're about routine and superstition.
Got it.
So they're like, it's gotta stop.
Yeah.
And that was
Oh
it.
boy.
It
Oh
was a
boy.
bummer. See, it just
Obviously,
needed to get
Outlaws
crazier.
Ruckus and Cool Matt. So they're and Muma and Jake
And Jake. And then we
and
got
Boink and like all the
yeah.
boys.
Oh man.
And then we got Clockwork to sing.
Oh God, yeah.
He used to come in so
Yes.
serious. And,
Was
like,
it?
not
It was
serious,
Clockwork,
but-
the one that said it's tragic, right?
Yeah. Oh, guys, this story.
So this kid says not much. Clockwork's very like tall, dark, handsome kid, right? It's super mysterious. And we're always like, we're gonna break him. I don't know how. I haven't figured it out yet, Lorena. We're gonna make this kid love us. We're gonna be his favorites of all time. Little did we know that we were the whole time.
Just didn't know.
He just doesn't show it very well.
Yeah, and man, a few words. And then we find out from Ruckus and Cool Matt, our confidants, our sons. Oh yeah, he loves Disney music. He like sings Disney music all the time. Like
I can show you the world.
No, yes, but not that
Shining,
song.
shimmering.
but he does it.
Yes,
But he does it.
we played on Mulan.
And so, we start putting on, yeah,
Nice.
Mulan.
I sing them all
And he got
too.
comfortable. And he comes and sits in my chair and just kind of like slouches in and goes, "Can you cover that?" It's tragic. What do you want me to cover?
Your face?
That pimple. Lorena, do you see a pimple? And we literally stared at his face for like a minute, just going,
His world was destroyed.
it's tragic.
It's
I know,
tragic.
It's tragic.
And I look at him and I go, "Matt, honey, there's no pimple there." And he goes, "Yeah." And then he looks in the mirror and then points at it, and it was a red dot.
A little
red dot. And I just go and go,
Oh.
"Concealer, dab, powder." He goes, "That'll do." And we're just like,
All right.
You're welcome.
Okay.
"I knew you were my favorite. I just didn't know why, and now I do." Sweet.
That's
Oh
amazing.
man. Yeah, well, I didn't learn quickly not to cross Lorena. I didn't learn quick enough not to cross her, and you kind of like pushed me into that without me knowing. So
Slight
first,
instigator here.
yeah, so the first night we all met, I guess Mamba Rosa had a bet with Lorena that she could get everybody to call her Captain. Captain Mamba Rosa, and say, "Captain, my captain." So me being at the guild hall, and I'm willing to do a lot of things if you ask me. And so she asked me, she comes up, she goes, "Make sure you do it right over here. Make sure you come and talk to me whenever we're talking to anybody, and come up and say, 'Captain, my captain, Mamba Rosa.'" And I did it, and Lorena told me she hated my hair while we were outside. I was joking around, and she
That's
was
all my
not
daughter
having it.
hears.
She was mad. She was like, "You know what? I don't like your hair." I was like,
This is getting personal.
"Yeah, well, it's not very good." She's like, "No, yeah, nope, we're not friends." And she walks off. I was like, "Oh my gosh, I've blown my shot."
That's
That started
hilarious.
with
I'm
we-
the quiet one too.
yeah, she's a quiet one. We went to the aquarium and it was me, Lorena, and her sister. No, it started before that. It was myself, Lorena, and my ex. And I was playing Overwatch and I'm here at my desk. And I'm garbage at any sniping position. Like I can't snipe on PC. Ask me to snipe in Halo all day long, headshots. I'm good. Ask me to snipe in Overwatch. Can't do it. So it's mystery heroes, and I got Widow, and I'm like, well, crap. All right. And then I got a headshot, and I was like, yo, you know what they call me, right? They call me Captain Mama Rosa, gunslinging sharpshooting extraordinaire. They both turn at me and go, literally, no one calls you that. God damn, guys, like harsh. And we
Thanks,
go,
Bob.
we go to the aquarium, and we're feeding little lorikeets, and I got birds all over me. I'm like, you know what they call me, right? Captain Mama Rosa, gunslinging bird carrying extraordinaire. And that face happens, and I go, oh. Next exhibit, you know what they call me, right? And it just kept going. It's on my personal Instagram from like years ago. I just everywhere I hit, Captain Mama Rosa, Captain Mama Rosa. And then I don't know how it started at Overwatch League. I don't know what triggered it.
You had
Ashley.
an eye patch.
Ashley. So our story director for the Overwatch League had an eye patch, and it was Brent's birthday, right? And I put on the eye patch, and I go, "Oh my God, Lorena, do you know what they call me?" She's like, "No, no." And I jump up on this bench, and I'm like, "They call me Captain Mama Rosa," and she's like, "Literally, no one calls this." Immediately, 5 people go, "Yo, Captain Mama Rosa, I heard that's what they call you." So it tilted her. By the time that we get to Guildhall, I was having that conversation with someone else, and then you were like, "Oh yeah, you're totally Captain." I'm like, "You here now? They call me Captain Mama Rosa from now on." And you're like, "Yes."
Yep, that was literally the first time we met right there.
Yeah, it was.
She's like, "But you're gonna call me Captain?"
Same.
Oh, what makes it worse is I got Fraggy to call me Captain.
Oh,
No,
Yep.
he calls me
remember
El
that.
Capitan. El
Fraggy,
Capitan.
Fraggy was banned after that
Yeah.
from my chair. I refused to do his beard. And then Zappis taught me in Finnish how to say "fuck off" with your beard. Zappis.
No, it's a Fraggy. You said it, Fraggy.
Yeah.
And then Anubis, dude, chill. Yes, I know.
Her little dog.
There's a world out there. Sorry.
Oh, you're fine.
And then Boombox called me an admiral, which
Ooh.
made her even more angry because I just
I just got a promotion.
Well, then that night I was calling her lieutenant, and I was even pissing her off even more.
So yeah, apparently can't give me higher ranking names
No.
because then she gets
No.
upset.
Well, then at the end I was like, well, how about if you just be a captain too? Or maybe you could be an admiral. She's like, no, leave me alone. I was like, okay.
That sounds like me.
It's like, usually people like me.
A really good impression.
Yeah, that was a really good impression.
Oh man,
Oh,
it was good stuff. Yeah, you guys are jokers. Like when the whole esports mystery thing came out, I was messaging everybody to try and get something, and everybody told me things like, "I can't tell you. You'll understand soon. It's nothing to cover. Don't even worry about it." And Mama Rosa comes back with, "I'm sorry, sweetie. I can't. I signed an NDA," and I was like, "Oh well, yeah. Don't break that." Then afterwards, I was like, "NDA, huh?"
Well, it worked, didn't it?
It
So,
sure
the thing
did.
is that I had multiple people reaching out to me, and what doesn't help is that I'm from LA. I'm a sea-level girl. They took me to Denver.
Uh-huh.
It's up here, man.
Yeah, you
I
saw
had
snow
an
trucks
asthma
for the
attack
first
the day
time.
before. So flying out to Denver after an asthma attack and then not getting my lungs back to its usual
Oh
was
yeah,
excruciating.
I bet.
I ended up losing my voice because of the altitude. So many things happened. And on top of everything, everyone's messaging me, "What's esports mystery? What's esports? Are you doing makeup for this or are you attending it? What's going on?" And I'm like, "Both." I did Susie's makeup for her wedding.
I did
Lorena-
her Susie's mom's makeup for.
I gave
Awesome.
Monty a little bit of concealer and got his mom through hair and makeup, or we both worked on
Yeah.
Monty's mom. So for me, I'm like, both. I mean, I was invited to this years ago. I don't
Yeah.
know. So after realizing that, telling people, "Oh, I can't talk about it," or "Yes, I'm working," or "No, I'm just attending," wasn't good enough for some people. I started sending off the, "Oh, I'm sorry, I signed a really strict NDA. I can't talk." It worked.
There you
Yeah,
go.
I didn't pressure anybody. I thought somebody might. I just asked one question to everybody because I didn't want to be
Yeah, that's
a
fair.
nuisance.
That's very fair. Yeah.
But it was hilarious. You guys must have been doing something because I started getting, because I sent it to a good 15 people. And all of a sudden, I just start getting replies all at once. So you guys must have been going through a pre-meeting or something, but everybody was on a break all of a sudden because I'm just getting reply. Can't tell you because of this, can't tell you
trying to
because of
think.
this.
I think you might have messaged me right when we finished getting everybody through hair and makeup.
Maybe.
Because I think me and you were already down waiting for the car.
Yeah.
When I went,
was.
yeah, back to our place so that we can get ready to go to the wedding. And I just go,
Yeah. wrong? And I look at my phone. I'm, oh.
Well, and then I was sitting there watching the later things, and some people like snuck in. And I was like, man, I could have snuck in.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know who. Someone leaked
Yeah.
everything.
Oh, really?
Oh,
It was
wow.
extremely
Oh, that's a
upsetting.
bummer.
Yeah.
Well,
we're
I'm
just
glad
like,
I
"Oh,
wasn't part of that then.
yeah, we're like, that's lame. It was a good time. The ceremony was beautiful.
Oh, it was
Like,
really, I cried.
I cried too. I'm not gonna lie.
We
As soon
might
as
have
he
shed a
was
tear or
back,
two here at home.
yeah.
Well, what makes it worse is that, like, we're sitting at the front, and like, here's their table. Our table's right here, right in front. And then there's another table over here, and that's where Robin and Tasmo and I forget who else were sitting there. And
You were at the bottom
we've
right
been facing
table, I
each other 'cause
believe.
they're in the center. And then Robin comes up to me, he's like, I saw you crying. I'm like, if you tell a single person that I would murder you. And Robin's like, that's cute. You're emotional. It's great. And he just walks off, and I'm like, Lorena, my reputation is ruined.
We can't go to any more weddings.
No, we can't. Weddings off the table.
All right, well,
I think my favorite part, just real fast, about the wedding was the bouquet toss
oh yeah,
that
Yeah.
Sideshow
was the
and
best.
Bren were casting, and they
they
hyped
dropped
up.
it. Oh my god!
They're
In
like-
all my
they're like, "You
years of
guys."
wedding casting.
They're like, this is the time.
That's what-
This is where it's gonna get
That's
ugly.
what happens when you get a bunch of nerdy women that are career oriented.
Like, no,
On the
I'm
other
ready.
end of a bouquet toss, we're like,
Yeah, the one girl stepped back. Like it came at her, and she's like,
like almost hit her in the face, and she was like, nope.
"Oh my
that's
gosh."
I think that's what that was the best part. Yeah, I agree. What's so funny is that me and you were in the photo booth.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're like too busy taking. Wait, what? The bouquet toss? I mean, I would have gone to see other people die for it, like at
Right.
least. And then they're
Yep.
like, "Yes, Rosa, people dove for it." And I was like, "Oh, that's great."
Dove out of the
And then I see
way.
the video of it later, and I'm like, "Oh my god, people ran away from it."
Oh, this is awesome.
Oh.
Career-oriented women in esports are like, "Marriage?
No, not ready yet.
Not yet. Probably not. Later? Yeah, later."
It's time for that.
Oh man! All right. Well, at the end here, why don't you tell us about like what else esports makeup does? Like, tell us about your stream that you do. Just kind of plug your stuff.
So, we decided, well, we had worked with Twitch multiple times as makeup artists for E3, for TwitchCon multiple years now, that every time I was at an event, I'd get screamed at by somebody at Twitch, "Why aren't you streaming?" Because I belong behind the camera. That's why. And then the next event, "Why aren't you streaming?" Yeah, I don't do well in front of the camera. And then I started running out, like, that excuse doesn't hold up.
Mm.
And then I'd be like, "Oh, I'm really busy with events. You can stream from the event." Not all the time. I signed really strict NDAs. That part is true though. And then it got to the point where it's the off season, and Lauren and I looked at each other, and we're looking at all these streamers that are doing makeup streams in the creative channels. And we're like, oh no, you're teaching that to people. You're teaching that to people. And then me and Lorena were like,
No.
"Okay, not on this platform. YouTube, you can have all the inexperienced artists you want. Instagram, they're all yours. Not on Twitch, not on our clock." And then we're like, oh wait, that means we have to do it, doesn't it?
Uh-oh.
So we're like, all right, we'll do this. And we just did. And so far we did a full breakdown of our kits. So you actually saw what was in a professional makeup artist kit. We explained why we chose these products and items and tools. We've done a broken doll look. We've done today was like this weird ice queen thing that like ended up turning into like a Marie Antoinette reindeer.
Yo, she had a masquerade party to go to.
Apparently, I
Yeah, you do some
I
pretty
know.
crazy stuff on there. Like,
Yeah.
Turned yourself into a cat or dude with a
Yeah.
mustache.
So we were like, all right, old age makeup, why not? We like it's quick, it's easy, like we don't need extra eyes. We just need foundations and some pencil. Oh, Lorena, look, I have a fake mustache. Let's do it. And then
Oh.
she looks at me and she goes, "Oh my god, you look like a cholo," because I pulled my hair back. And I went, "Oh no, damn it. I'm not just an old man anymore. I'm like veterano." So
Vato
they call
loco.
Papa Juan Rosas. He's a big homie of esports makeup. He's a Dota 2 enthusiast. It was the only hat I could find that was found. It was like my Dota 2 beanie. I'm like, he's into MOBAs. Problem solved.
That'll work. That'll work.
That'll work. And Lorena just happened to be wearing like a plaid shirt, so I threw it on. I did the button at the top, and I was wearing like my Vegeta. It's over 9,000 PJs. So in some of the pictures, you see that like on my leg.
Oh my gosh.
That's
Yeah,
amazing.
so we do some fun stuff. I finally got a capture card, and like I said, I refuse to let anybody see how garbage I am at Overwatch. I don't like talking about it because solo queue is a special place of hell. Um,
Yeah, I
So,
X'd
on
out
games-
the what's your SR question. Silence.
We don't want to
Sorry.
go there.
Go ahead.
So
Low masters, I'm sure.
it was once upon a time. It was 2,500, like around there, 2,495 or something. And then I got busy and I didn't play. Yeah, Blizzard, stop penalizing us for not playing the game and then dropping our SR. That's evil. Because I go back and do my placements, go 7-3. I'm like, yo, that's not bad. I'm not that dusty. This is great. Bronze. What do you mean I'm in bronze?
Whoa. Yeah,
Yeah.
because you took a couple seasons off.
I took a couple seasons off. Yeah.
Yep, never do that.
Blizzard
Always
doesn't
play
like
the
you
10.
They're trying to stop all the Smurfs.
Oh, let's Smurfs.
AKM duo. Just saying.
Just buy an extra account and just gift
I swear
it.
to God, if it wouldn't come back to him as account boosting, I'd be like, yo, which one of y'all are carrying mama up? I don't need you to carry me up to go. Like, just take me back to where I belong, please. Thank you. That's all I need, and then I'll do the rest from there.
Just give me out of where I'm at.
Oh, that's good
Yeah,
stuff.
I just want to be back to where I belong with the people I belong with.
Well, where can we find you on Twitch?
Twitch is esports makeup. It's the same for our Twitter and our Instagram.
Awesome. Well, we planned to talk about a couple other things, but I didn't like the interview was so good, so I just
man, I'm
wanted
so
to
sorry.
keep going. Oh no.
no.
There's not a ton of news, and the stuff that we were going to talk about we could hit on after. I am going to just say real quick news. Expansion team skins have been added to the PTR, the Overwatch League skins. So those are coming soon. The 3 cities that are going to be home cities are going to be Dallas Fuel hosting, Atlanta Rain hosting, and LA Valiant hosting. We'll talk more about that next week.
Do you guys know if you get to go and do the makeup at those games?
We have it.
Is that under NDA?
That is. It's not under NDA. It's under. So many things are yet to be finalized. So we don't know. We hope to be back for season 2. We would love to be back for season 2. We know that our talent want us there. Some of the players have expressed them wanting us there, but ultimately, at the end of the day, it's not up to us. It's up to production whether or not they hire us back.
Well, I
So
think
we'll-
that would be
we'll see. We
crazy
hope so.
not to. Yeah, that'd be crazy. There is going to be some matches that are going to be on ESPN and Disney. We'll talk more about that next week. We'll talk about the map pools have been released. It is Busan, Hollywood, Temple of Anubis, Rialto, Ilios, Kings Row, Horizon Lunar Colony, Dorado, Nepal, Numbani, Volskaya Industries, and Route 66. So we'll talk more about that next week, but I'm going to go ahead and go into closing out the show.
There's too many bad LOs maps on that map pool. I'm just saying. Come on.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at @AlRecap. If you want to say something a little longer, send your emails to contact@alrecap.com. You can also find us. You can also find us squatting in the Omnic Lab Discord. Join by typing discord.me/Omnic Lab into your web browser of choice. A little quick reminder: the Omnic Lab game night will be on the 28th of this month. Join the Discord to be involved. We stream live every week on Twitch. Join us at twitch.tv/AlRecap. The show is quite different live than the edited audio version, so I encourage you to come check out the bloopers. Then, additionally, you can find the live version on YouTube shortly after the show. Lastly, how can the listener help the show? Well, you can listen to us. That helps the most. Tell your friends. You can also go a step further, leave us a rating or review on iTunes. We read all 5-star reviews, and we try to learn from bad ones. If you feel compelled to support us even further, please feel free to go to patreon.com/AlRecap. You could pledge $1 an episode, and that would help tremendously. We do have a plan to do some stuff with our Patreons pretty soon, so get in while it's hot. All right, Mel, where can we find you?
You can find me on Twitter at MelOverwatch.
And where can we find you two lovely ladies?
Well, the easiest way is Twitter, Instagram, Twitch at Esports Makeup, and both of our personal accounts are tagged on all of them, so you can find us there very easily.
Perfect. And you can find me on Twitter at BlazzinBob. That's BLAZZIN_BOB. Thank you all so much for coming, and we out.
Thanks, guys.
All right. We are no longer, we're still live. I'm going to try and find somebody to raid. Somebody to raid. I don't know. You guys have anybody you want to raid? How about we could raid Surefour's 5,000 people?
You won't even notice.
I'm going to do it just to be funny.
We like to raid the underdogs.
I'm going to do it just. Oh, and thank you everybody in the chat. Thank you for the bits and the 4-month sub, Silver Loki. Thank you for the bits, Shazir. Thank you everybody. We're going to send you to Surefour. Tell him we sent you. We interviewed him stage 1. I've messaged him for another interview, and he has not gotten back to me. So give him crap about that.
Yes.
This is the awkward time where it's
This is-
like
yeah,
waiting
I have
to
I've-
raid.
I have to wait like 5 seconds or 10 seconds to do it. Raid.
Very cool.
Super fat raid, bro. All right. We go.
When I turned on the sound, it just goes, fuck.